You might already have started feeling some awakening. So I'm definitely speaking here to the people that are starting to feel the awakening. So if you're starting to feel during meditation or lovemaking, you're starting to feel tremors through your body, vibrations through your body, something amazing tingling through your body, you're starting to notice this energy flow through your body. But the question is, why are we feeling it? And what do we do with it? Oh, word. Why are we feeling it is a very in-depth process we can still go into. But what is happening is you're basically starting to connect with your source energy, your source code of being, the energy in between your cells, and then that starts resonating with the rest of creation. And often when we start feeling the energy flow through the body, it is accompanied with spiritual insights that sort of come from out of yourself. So without needing to go study what somebody else wrote, everybody that wrote in the books and all the spiritual teachers actually did the deep meditations deep into themselves and then came to these profound realizations which they then wrote down. So we can look at these realizations and try and learn those realizations, and we believe them in those spiritual insights, and we get to believe them and sign up to them, and we say, yes, that sounds logical. But when we tap into our own bodies, our own energy field, our own source energy, we are able to tap into that source of universal information within ourselves. And then there comes a knowing, like a spiritual insights come into the being. Now, the insights, the insights that we get, the spiritual insights that we get and that we get aligned to when we start awakening the Kundalini, the life force energy, that information is so vast and it is so much to grasp that for each individual to go into this energy, your own energy activation slowly, is a wonderful process, so that this profound, profound spiritual insights can come in drips and drabs, so that you can digest it. If you had to get the whole book in one go, it's too much. It's too much. So if we're starting to tune in, there's a listening happening where we're tuning into the universal or creator force, wisdom of everything. And as we ourselves are ready to digest and absorb, we start integrating all that beautiful spiritual information into our own lives and into our own understanding. So going into meditation, feeling the inner body, feeling the tremors, and going into the stillness of that sensation, number one, will give you spiritual insights. Okay. Another thing of how we can use our Kundalini, our energy body, is we practice what it feels like to tune into the body when we are sitting alone in a quiet room in meditation. Then we feel what that internal physical vibration presence feels like, that stillness inside the self feels like within the body. And you might even be getting like slight jolts sometimes. Now, you might notice that as your body becomes sensitive to this energy flow, that it will respond to certain cues. Like, for instance, this might resonate with you. Like, for instance, you hear a very beautiful poem, or somebody says something which is very pure and good. And then you might feel that wobble or shake going through your body. Or you might think, I would like to attend such and such class or event, and then the body would do that. So we can start using that resonate, yes, that little shake in the body in our normal day when we become sensitive to information that resonates with us. The body will give us a little going through the body. And we can take that as a guidance system. So you get to a crossroad. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? I feel into both ways in my body, and the one might give me a vroom. If there's no vroom, it's okay. You don't always get it. You can't push it. But it's usually a very natural when things naturally align to your best purpose or what is right for you're tuned into the universal life force best part of your life. They might send a shake through your body, like it does through my body now, or through your spine. So, second thing is you can take Kundalini as a guidance system. Another way that we can use it is I just got a yes, is by aligning to this energy, the Kundalini energy, the universal life force inside ourselves, to align with it in our normal walking, doing, talking day. Now, that might be a bit of a challenge in the beginning. So we practice during meditation what it feels like. To tune in, I feel the body. Then we start practicing in places during our day where we find stillness. Okay? Like maybe when you're on public transport, or when you're waiting in a queue somewhere, or when you're sitting still, anywhere, we're just waiting. In anywhere where you're sitting still for a moment, to remind yourself to tune back into the vibration of the body. Now, what does that do? So we tune into the vibration, and then when we get up and we feel that vibration vibrating, that aliveness within our bodies, as we go about our day, as we walk down the street, as we stand in the queue in the supermarket, in that moment, we are aligning to life force. So we don't use life force for our manipulative desires. We humbly align ourselves to the universal vibration. And by simply stepping into that state of presence within the body, that state of feeling within the body, trust that you are in that moment in alignment. Now, nothing might happen, but very likely you will move into more awareness in that moment. You will probably maybe notice things that you haven't noticed before because you've gone into a moment of stillness. And because you are in this quiet central vibration, somehow synchronicities happen. It's quite magical. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. Align here with your body, and somehow it manifests on the physical plane, whereas the energy that you are tuning yourself into, you can call it a vibration within the body, like a vibe in the body. That same vibe presence then meets us. So what happens is we meet the correct people along our path. The right situations come our way. And it's not always what we thought it would be. Sometimes it actually is something might dissolve. A relationship might dissolve, or a job might dissolve. Something that is not in alignment with your highest good might resolve. But what is happening, the more you align during your walking daily life to the sensation of Kundalini, of life force in your body, the more you are within your alignment. Alignment, and life somehow shapes itself magically. Watch, magically around you. Now, you will also do this without any specific expectations because we cannot manipulate it. That comes from a place of weird confusion. I don't know, our own constructed egos. So we just want to go into the clarity and be open for the unexpected. And sometimes nothing happens, and then accept that nothing will happen. It was simply, it's a moment of rest. But often, watch it, watch. Often things just magically come together in the most wonderful, unexpected way. Last thing that I want to say is when your Kundalini is awakening, often we have shakes and so on. So it could be a bit of a practice to start tuning in during your daily life, because in the beginning, the body is not used to containing this, or being aware of this vibration of self inside, turning inwards so much. And in the beginning, the body will jot, or you might even make a sound, or, as you tune in. So practice in manageable ways. I always find a good place to try is in the queue in the supermarket, or in the queue when you wait for the bus. To stand there and just to start tuning in into a level, then you might feel, okay, I've gone too far. Okay, I can hold it. Breathe out the top of my head. Breathe out my feet. Ooh, activate more. Feel my spine. Feel my aliveness. Feel my aliveness through my body. Ooh. And try to maintain that still sense of presence and awareness and here-ness, and the tuned inness without shaking. And I promise you, watch, people's heads turn. Not because you're sexy, but because they feel vibration, specifically the people that are tuned to that same vibration, you will notice, will feel you. People will feel you. They don't know what it is, but they will feel you. They will notice that presence. It's quite magical. Please ask me questions if you have any questions. That's it for now. I'm still broadcasting from my youth hostel in Bahia, Brazil. I'm in Serra Grande. It's a lovely rainy day. Perfect day for making some Kundalini videos. Love you all. Mwah.